Many African countries rely on the international community to help them cope with the impact of natural disasters. When such disasters hit, being prepared is what makes the difference between how many lives will be saved or lost. In 2016, a residential building collapsed in Nairobi, Kenya, killing more than 40 people after heavy rains caused landslides. Last September, a 4.7 magnitude earthquake rocked Tanzania, killing 13 people and injuring more than 200 others. In South Africa, raging wildfires have endangered lives and damaged property. The University of Stellenbosch in Cape Town has been working with other African universities to train students on disaster risk management and response. The PERIPERI-U initiative hopes to train more than 8,000 students from 12 African countries by 2019. Now, for more on the PERIPERI-U program, Ailsa Holloway, the director of the Research Alliance for the Disaster Risk Reduction at the University of Stellenbosch, joins us live via Skype from Cape Town in South Africa. Good evening, Ms. Holloway.
Hello, Vincent. How are you?
I'm fine. Now, first, so many African countries seem to have some kind of a program or some kind of disaster management program. What is lacking at the moment in terms of technical expertise that would make them more effective in dealing with these disasters?
You know, I think we have historically thought about responding to disasters as events when they occur. But, you know, disasters don't come out of the blue, and many of us would say there is no such thing as a natural disaster anyway. It's the way we live, the way we've developed that increases the likelihood that there will be a disaster event. So best practice internationally, irrespective of whether it's Africa or Asia or Latin America or in the Caribbean, is to focus on building greater internal capacity and investing developmentally in disaster risk reduction so that even if you're under conditions of pressure, you manage that so it doesn't escalate to become a disaster. So the kind of technical expertise that one needs, almost counterintuitively, is not just about having better responders, better humanitarian responders, although that's really important as well. Because Africa is developing and so quickly and becoming extremely urban very, very fast. For instance, we need to ensure that our architects, our engineers, our urban planners have an understanding of the kind of risks that we're facing. So that just changes their type of practice.
And actually, that's a very important point, that you just help mitigate this, that they don't happen in the first place. But you have some funding, I know, from the United States, about $4 million to provide this kind of a training. Now, how do you ensure that you can make governments of the countries in Africa will actually use this kind of training to make sure that they can deal with disasters when they happen?
Well, I guess not only would we want to have capacity to deal with disasters when they happen, but optimally we would like to be stepping away from disasters that occur in the first place. So even if you have a cyclone, it doesn't automatically escalate to disaster level, because just as in the United States or the Caribbean, people expect that there will be cyclones and they prepare for them and develop accordingly. So it's a developmental process. For instance, giving that example in Madagascar, there are over 100 graduates of a master's program there who are now taking up positions in local and national government, gradually changing the skill set of people in that country.
Great, and this is something we can always follow up on and get more details. Thanks a lot for joining us today, Ms. Holloway.
Okay, thank you.